Alright, so this is the part 2 about the permutation. So I hope you watch the part 1 first before you continue on this part, because you need to have a background knowledge about the permutation first before we practice solving problems, a lot of problems that involve a permutation. Okay, so question number 1, 6 students wants to have their pictures taken. In how many ways can they arrange themselves in a row? So on this problem, we can apply the formula number 1. So the formula number 1, di ba, ginagamit natin when we are going to take the arrangement of all objects, of n objects taken all at a time. So yung n natin dito will be 6. So that is simply 6p6 or 6 factorial. And 6 factorial, that is equal to 6 times 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is equal to 720 ways. So, para ma-illustrate nyo, kunwari meron kayong 6 na students and you have to arrange them in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 'di ba 6 yung involved niya sa arrangement? So sa first line, okay, let's say this is the first line. So ilan ba yung ini-involve niyo sa arrangement? So yung 6 na students. Let's say merong student A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now, kung si student A nakaupo na dito sa first position, so sa second position, yung choices na lang natin yung B, C, D, E, and F. So that is 5. And that continues until 1. Okay. So that is question number 1. And that is equal to 720 ways. Next, 6 students wants to have their pictures taken. In how many ways can they arrange themselves in a row if Luisa wants to be on the leftmost side? Alright, so ganun ulit yung gawin natin. So merong 6 na students tayong ina-arrange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pero si Luisa, he occupied the leftmost position, or gusto niya dito siya nakaupo, si Luisa. Ilan ba si Luisa? So isa, so that is 1. We only have one option on the first position, or on the leftmost side. And on the second position, ilan yung option natin? So kung si Luisa nandito na, yung natitirang 5, yun na lang yung option natin. So that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And after that, you get the product. And that is equal to 120. Okay? So, itong paggamit ng pagla-line up na to, this will help when you are solving a permutation. Para kung hindi nyo memorize yung formula, and hindi kayo masyado nagre-rely sa formula, this really helps a lot in, or one of the technique in solving a permutation. Okay, next, number 3. 6 students wants to have their pictures taken. In how many ways can they arrange themselves in a row if Isabella and Mirabel should sit together? So let's say si Isabel and Mirabel, on this problem, sabi dyan, they should be seated together. So si Isabella and Mirabel will be counted as 1. Para at least, kung i-count natin sila as 1, hindi natin sila mapaghihiwalay. Na kung kinount natin as 1 si Isabella and Mirabel, ilan na lang yung meron tayo na arrangement? We only have 5. Okay? Alis ko to. Okay, so let's see, bakit naging 5? Kasi nga si Isabella and Mirabel pinag-isa, so mayroon pa tayong 4 na ina-arrange. So we have 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 5 factorial. Now, si Isabel and Mirabel, kailangan mong kunin yung arrangement nilang dalawa. Kasi 'di ba si Isabella and Mirabel pwede magkabaliktad. So pwedeng Mirabel, Isabella, or Isabella and Mirabel. And kapag kinuha mo yon, that is 2 factorial or 2p2. So 5 factorial times 2 factorial, or 5p5 times 2p2. Ilan ba ang 5p5? That is 120. And 2p2 is 2. So, 120 times 2, that is 240 ways. Okay? So, hindi lang tayo natapos dun sa 5 factorial. Kailangan din natin kunin yung arrangement ni Isabella and Mirabel na magkasama. Alright, next. 6 students wants to have their pictures taken. In how many ways can they arrange themselves in a row if Luisa and Bruno cannot be beside each other? So, yung solution dito, para makuha mo yung total number of arrangement, kunin mo muna yung arrangements para dun sa 6 students na walang restriction. So, tanggalin natin to para hindi tayo muna mag-rely dito sa nakasulat. Hindi natatanggal. Okay. So, that is 6 factorial or 6p6. Tama ba? Kapag in-arrange natin yung 6 students. Then, after nyan, kunin mo naman yung arrangement na magkatabi si Luisa and Bruno. Kapag magkatabi si Luisa and Bruno, it deals with the same problem na magkatabi si Isabella and Mirabel. So, ano bang ginawa natin kanina? So, dito, si Luisa and Bruno will be counted as 1 and ilang arrangement na lang ini-involve natin? So, 5. So, isusubtract mo yon dito kay 6 factorial. Then, kunin mo din yung arrangement na si Luisa and Bruno, yung arrangement nilang dalawa. And that is 2 factorial. So, para ma-solve yan, 5 factorial times 2 factorial, that is 240. And 6 factorial is 720. So, 720 minus 240, that is 480 ways. Okay? So, nakuha yung step-by-step procedure nun. Una, kunin yung arrangement na walang restriction. So, ibig sabihin, lahat sila i-involve mo sa arrangement. Pangalawa, isubtract mo sa arrangement na magkatabi si Luisa and Bruno. Kumbaga, yung cannot be dito, kunin mo yung opposite nun, which is can be beside each other. So, that is 5p5 times 2p2. Okay? So, 6 factorial minus 5 factorial times 2 factorial, and that is equal to 480. Next, a 7-member boy band needs to select their lead vocalist and lead dancer. In how many ways can the 2 leaders be chosen? So, ilan ba yung kailangan natin position dito? Ilan ba yung pinipili dito? So, kailangan ng lead vocalist and lead dancer. So, 1, 2. So, sa lead vocalist, ilan yung option natin? There are 7-member boy band. Okay? So, yung 7 members na yun, so that is 7. Now, let's say, so, yung isang member, siya na yung lead vocalist. So, ilan na lang yung option mo for the lead dancer? So, there's only 6. So, that is 7 times 6, that is 42. Or, it is the same as 7p2. And using the formula number 2, so that is 7 factorial over 7 minus 2 factorial. So, that is 7 factorial over 5 factorial, and that is equal to 42. Okay, next. In how many ways can Dolores, Antonio, Mirabel, Bruno, Isabella, and Luisa be seated in a row? So, ilan ba yung arrangement natin, or ilan ba yung tao na kailangan i-arrange? So, ilan ba sila? 6. So, that is 6 factorial. And 6 factorial is equal to 720. Okay? So, it is the same with the question number 1 kanina. Okay, next. In how many ways can Dolores, Antonio, Mirabel, Bruno, Isabella, and Luisa be seated around a circular table? So, kapag circular, formula number 5. So, di ba formula number 5, that is n minus 1 factorial. Ano yung n natin dito? So, bilangin si Dolores, Antonio, Mirabel, Bruno, Isabella, and Luisa. So, you have 6. So, that is 6 minus 1 factorial. And 6 minus 1, that is 5. And that is 5 factorial. And that is 120. Okay, next. How many weeks can Dolores, Antonio, Mirabel, Bruno, Isabella, and Luisa be seated around a circular table if Dolores and Antonio should sit together? So dito, kunin mo muna yung arrangement na walang restriction. So, dito, instead na 6 factorial or 6p6 yung gamitin natin, since mayroong circular table dito, we are going to get the permutation of n minus 1 factorial or 6 minus 1 factorial minus dun sa wala pa pala dito yung hindi magkatabi. Ang sabi dyan, they have to be seated around the circular table but Dolores and Antonio should sit together. Tama naman. So, 6 minus 1 factorial. Then, i-multiply mo yung magkatabi si Dolores and Antonio. Yung arrangement ni Dolores and Antonio. Sorry. So, dapat pag-isahin natin si Dolores and Antonio. So, kapag pinag-isa mo si Dolores and Antonio, ilan na lang sila? Isa, diba? I mean, you will have 5. So, that is, sorry na, bablanko. So, n minus 1, so that is 5 minus 1 factorial. Nakuha, bakit naging 5? So, pinag-isa natin si Dolores and Antonio. So, ilan na lang yung involved sa arrangement? So, there are 5. So, kung 6 sila, pinag-isa si Dolores and Antonio. So, meron na lang tayong 5. And 5 minus 1 factorial is 4 factorial. Then, multiply yan dun sa permutation ni Dolores and Antonio. Di ba pwedeng Antonio and Dolores and Antonio? So, that is 2 factorial. And 4 factorial, that is 24. And 2 factorial, that is 2. So, 24 times 2, that is 48. Okay, sana na-gets nyo to. Next, number 9. 8 students are at a bookstore where they can choose from 3 sizes of notebooks, small, medium, or large. In how many ways can they buy their notebooks? So, dito ma-apply natin yung formula with repetition. Yung n raised to r. Di ba yung n natin is the number of options? Ano yung option natin? Yung small, medium, large. And yung r natin is the number of items or number of position, which is the 8 students. So that is 3 raised to 8, which is equal to 6,561. So to illustrate, kunwari may 8 kang student. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ilan ba yung option ni student 1? 3. Student 2, 3. Student 3, 3. Ganun din sa lahat. Then, kapag sinimplify mo yan, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 or 8 times ka nag-multiply kay 3. Kaya siya 3 raised to 8. Nakuha ba? Okay, next. Consider a 5-item true or false quiz. In how many ways can a student answer 3 true and 2 false? So dito, as you notice, merong identical. So yung identical formula yung gagamitin natin. So that is equal to, ilang items ba yun? You have 5 items. And dun sa 5 items na yon, merong 3 true, may 2 false. So that is 5 times 4 times 3 factorial over 3 factorial times 2 times 1. So makakancel yung 3 factorial. Then simplify yung 4 and 2. So that is 2. And 5 times 2, that is 10. Okay, next. In how many ways can the letters of the word orange be rearranged if the first letter must be a vowel and the last letter must be a consonant? So, ilang letter meron kay orange? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, sabi dyan, the first letter must be a vowel. So, ilang vowels meron? 1, 2, 3. So, that you have 3 options. Consonant, you have 1, 2, 3. So, you have 3 options for the first letter and 3 options for the last letter. So, let's say, meron ng nakalagay na vowel dito. Oops. And meron ng nakalagay dito na consonant. So, let's say, ito yung O, and ito yung R. Now, ilan na lang yung option natin for the second letter? You have 4. So, that is 4. And the third letter, 3, 2, and 1. Then, you multiply 3 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 3. And that is equal to 216. Okay, next. How many ways can the letters of the word hexagon be arranged if the vowels are always together? So, bilangin yung vowels. So, that is E, A, O. E, A, O, you have 3. So, pag-iisahin natin yung E, A, O. Then, you still have a letter H, X, G, and N. So, ilang arrangement yung kailangan natin buuin? You have 5. So, that is 5p5 or 5 factorial. Then, kunin yung arrangement ni EAO na magkakasama. So, that is 3 factorial or 3b3. So, 5 factorial times 3 factorial, that is equal to 720. Okay, so, or 120 times 6. Next, how many ways of can the letters of the word hexagon be arranged if the last two letters cannot be both vowels? So, dito ma-apply natin yung case kanina na merong cannot be together. So, una, kunin mo muna yung arrangement na walang restriction. So, ilang letter ba meron kay hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, that is 7 factorial. Then, isubtract mo siya nang papalitan mo yung cannot be ng can be vowels. So, ibig sabihin, yung last two letters can be vowels. So, kung meron kang letter na hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, the last two letters must be both a vowel. So, itong dalawang to. Ilan ba yung vowel kay hexagon? You have E, A, and O. So, tatlo yung option natin for the last two letter. Then, sa last letter, you only have 2. Nakuha. Kasi dito, pwedeng E, pwedeng A, pwedeng O. Ngayon, kung si E yung nilagay natin dito, ilan na lang yung natira? So, dalawa. Pwedeng A, pwedeng O. And the same yan ng that is the same as 3p2. 3p2. And dito naman, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Which is the same as 5p5 or 5 factorial. So, that is minus 5 factorial times 3p2. Okay? 7 factorial, that is 5,040 minus 5 factorial, 120. 3p2, that is 6. So, 5,040 minus 720, that is equal to 4,320. Right? So, nakuha ba? So, again, kunin mo muna yung arrangement na walang restriction. Then, palitan yung statement na cannot be ng can be. Then, kunin yung permutation na. Okay? So, with that, I hope you were able to understand deeply the concepts about the permutation. Okay? So, thank you for finishing this video.